All right, everyone, it's your boy Genius out here at the range today with the Glock 36. I did a video recently of the most underrated 45s, three most in my opinion. One of them was the Glock 36. During the video, I mentioned that some time ago I did a review on the Glock 36, and I think YouTube had taken it down. So I asked if there was anyone that would be interested in seeing a Glock 36 review, and if so, hit me up in the comments. And only 2 people did, but everyone matters. So for those 2 people, I'm putting it up. Yes, I do have my shades on and it's overcast, 29 degrees and misting out here. So I hope the camera shows a good picture. If not, I do apologize for that. Some of the shooting that you saw in the front of the video was from the other day. A couple of them was from today because I started to film this the other day. Something happened, came up, we had to leave in a hurry. And so I decided I would come back out today and finish it. I probably should have went over to the heater and warmed my hands up a little bit. I'm sure I'll catch grief in the comment section from our northern folks. That's probably -2 today. But either way, for me, it is very, very cold. And I decided to shoot a compact 45 today. But whatever, got to do what you got to do for the people, right? Up front of the video, just wanted to say, in case you don't watch to the end, make sure that you know Jesus Christ is your Savior. If you don't know that, it's the most important thing you can do. Ask me how. I will let you know how. Consider going over, supporting us on Patreon, $5 a month, cancel anytime. Do have the donation tab up on gsquaredtactical.com where you can hit in the 3 little lines at the left of the screen, I believe it is. It pops down, it says support channel, I believe is what it says. Click on there, you can make a donation directly. Super thanks, get that money as well. Every bit of that money will go into optics, ammo, targets, camera equipment, stuff like that, to continue to keep doing these reviews for you guys. So besides all that, this is the Glock 36. To my knowledge, they never made it in anything other than the Gen 3. So you do have the finger grooves on the front. You do not get any back straps to extend your beaver tail grip or anything like that. It is a Gen 3. No front serrations. Standard rear serrations like you've seen on any Glock did initially come with the standard Glock plastic sights that they've always came with. I did change it to the steel Glock style night sights, as I do with just about every Glock I buy. I did put an extended slide lock on it and an extended mag release. Again, something I do with most every Glock that I purchase. It is a 6-round capacity in the magazine, 1 in the pipe, so you get 7 rounds total. I know that there'll be those that say, oh, that's low capacity, but some of those that say that probably carry a 1911, which is basically the same capacity in most cases. So you basically have a 1911 capacity in a polymer frame. Yes, it is small. Yes, it is snappy. But for me, I'm sure if there's another one out there, someone will let me know about it. But I have yet to own or find or see a more compact 45 that is easier to carry on your person than is the Glock 36. But I know no one that owns one. And that's why I said I felt as though it was a little bit, underrated, if you will. It does have a single slot rail up front, just like any of the other Glocks did. Same Glock trigger. It is all Glock, okay? So to go over some of the specs on it, don't know if you guys care about that, but we will go over some of the specs right quick. So the weight on this thing comes in without the magazine at 19.93. With the empty magazine inserted, it's 22.4. And I guess depending on what ammunition you run in it, what grain and everything, you're at 26, 27 ounces basically with a full magazine. The barrel length is 3.78. And as mentioned already, it is a 6-round capacity on the magazine. So yes, it is a little lightweight, good, great for carry. It is snappy. It's not for everyone. Certainly I would recommend practicing with it a lot, as you should. What I have in here, what you saw in the compilation of shooting before this video started, was all aluminum ammunition from Federal. It sometimes likes it sometimes don't, but it's all I have. But this gun has been flawless for me. I will put some of my defensive ammo through it before I wrap up this video, to try, because it does obviously hit a little harder with the defensive ammo, the plus P ammo that I run in it for defense, to kind of let you see the difference in the oomph, if you will, the recoil of it. But right now I'm just running the aluminum ammunition, and it can be a little sketch sometimes in there. So as far as Glock eating anything, I will say that I have had some issues with it eating this aluminum cased ammunition, probably due to the fact that that aluminum is so soft, and I don't really know why, but there are occasions that it doesn't want to run the aluminum ammunition. But it's all I had in the safe today for range ammo. I have an order for some brass, but I'm just trying to get rid of some leftover aluminum that I had sitting around. So get over it. That's what I'm shooting today. Just trying to let you see the recoil on it. I'm standing here at about 10 yards. Hopefully I can hit the target in with these shades on. Kind of makes it difficult. But I forgot my safety goggles today, so I'm wearing shades in the overcast skies. So get over it. Without further ado, let's get right to shooting this thing. So that's what it will occasionally do. Don't know why it does that with that aluminum ammunition, but whatever. It's like it doesn't want to pull it out of the magazine or something. I'm not really sure, but you just drop it and it goes down. I've never had that issue with brass case ammunition or my defensive ammo. So again, just trying to get rid of this ammunition, kind of let you guys see a little bit with the recoil and how it recoils. When I put the defensive ammo through it here in a second, maybe I'll try to do a side shot of it so you can see the muzzle rise and what kind of recoil you can expect. Does hit pretty hard, and because on the Glock it's not super undercut at the back of the trigger guard here, it does beat the crap out of your finger. Definitely not something you're going to come out to the range and just mag dump with, right? Because again, you're gonna feel that if you decide to do that through the day, especially if it's as cold as it is out here right now. But let's put this other mag through it, and then we'll put some defensive ammo through it and wrap up the video. Again, it's hard for me to review a Glock because a Glock is a Glock is a Glock, as they say. Everything you know about Glock or the Gen 3, it's all Glock, like all of them are. It's just a single stack 45, and it's got some punch. So it's not for everyone, but accurate enough if you practice with it at 10 yards, like most Glocks are. No clue why it does that. I had my hand, I purposefully placed my shooting hand, or my right hand, I purposely placed my thumb way down here just to be sure I was not hitting the slide lock, and I was physically watching it. That one time I was watching my thumb to see if it was hitting the slide lock, and it's not. And I've even shot it one hand, and it still do that. It locked back. I don't know why it does that. I'm not a gunsmith. I have no idea why it does that. I was shooting it one hand in one of the other clips, and thumb nowhere near the slide lock or slide release, and it locked back on it like that. So, and it only does it with that aluminum ammunition. So it's an ammunition thing. So I guess the Glock will eat anything. Well, it certainly does. This Glock does not like that aluminum case ammunition. So let's get the Barnes. I believe it's the Barnes that I have ready to, is what I carry in it. We'll shoot that. We'll shoot 2 magazines of that, And well, we'll shoot one magazine of that, and then I have some other 45 that I'm going to shoot, and we'll let you see what the recoil is like on that. Well, guess what? You're only going to get one magazine of the Barnes TAC PD plus P, because if I put more than one magazine through there, I'm not going to have enough for both of my magazines plus one in the pipe. And like I said, I am carrying this today, so I'm going to turn the camera around and try to angle it. I hope it focuses. Sometimes it has a hard time with the camera focusing. Try to get as close as I can to the camera so that you can see the recoil. This is plus P 45 ammunition that I'll be shooting through it. We'll see what the recoil looks like. Okay, there you go. That's probably some of the hottest 45 ammo that you can buy. If not, you ain't gonna find much hotter than that. And I don't think the recoil's too bad. But again, like I said, for some people, you know, that might have arthritis or be recoil sensitive for some reason, definitely is going to be snappy. Not gonna lie, definitely a snappy gun, but I don't think it's too terribly bad. And when I practice out at the range, I literally always shoot. I've never, again, other than that one time about 4 years ago when I did a review on this, I've literally never shot anything else but defensive ammo through this, because like I said, I do carry it, so I practice with what I shoot. It gets expensive, but it's worth it. I feel like people that don't do that could be considered negligent, right? So that's the ammo that I shoot with when I practice with this gun, and I've never had an issue with it. As you can see, all 7 rounds without an issue. But I don't think I got through a single magazine of that aluminum ammunition that it did not lock back. I mean, it literally locked back as though I hit the slide lock. But if I'm going to do that, if I'm the issue, that would have happened with that plus P ammunition well before it would have happened with the aluminum ammunition. So it wasn't me. It's always done that. I've shot aluminum ammo through it a couple of times in the past. And for whatever reason, if it's aluminum, the steel, I've shot steel through it, fine, no problem. But if I use the aluminum, I can't explain it. Maybe someone here in the comments section can explain it. But if I shoot that aluminum in there, every single time, every single magazine, at least once, sometimes twice, for whatever reason, it'll lock back on the mag as though it's empty when it is not. So there you have it. I know it's short, but again, it's very difficult for me to review a Glock. Maybe one of the 19X MOS with a bunch of the features that they've added from the factory is a little easier. I could have a lot more to talk about, but this is all Glock. Again, Glock 36, 45 ACP. I've carried this for probably 4 or 5 years. I almost was hesitant to do this review and use that ammunition because I knew that was going to happen, and I didn't want people to think that it was unreliable, because it's not. It's just for whatever reason, it does not like that aluminum ammunition. It's pretty odd for a Glock because I shoot plenty of other Glocks with aluminum ammunition and I've never had an issue with it, but for whatever reason, this Glock does not like the aluminum ammunition. And the weird thing is, if it, say if it was not, you know, extracting, or if maybe it was not fully going back into battery or something, I believe I can more understand that. Why it is that it locks back on the mag as though I hit the slide lock or something, I have no idea. But like I said, I shot it with one hand and it did it with one. There's no way I hit the slide lock shooting it with one hand. So I don't know why the aluminum ammunition causes that to happen, but it does. If some of you guys know, maybe I can learn something today. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, to God be the glory.